I just now thought about it, but I was watching Sarge's videos, the one that he did. What did he title it? I'm so tired. I'm kind of sick. Fuck. Come on. Okay. What is the title? Like, very broad title. Not as excited. And, you piss in the same bed, loyal my ass. And loyalty my ass. And Sharks has kind of been on this kind of weird tangent. I get where he's coming from, but I don't think it's as much of a big deal, as he claims it is. Like, his problem is that all these brothers, like these light skinned chicks, But I would kind of argue that I don't think it's that bad. I just kind of say, like, of course, when you have women in the mix, or in the black community, and they just so happen to be light. I mean, of course, brothers are going to be interested. It's proximity. Maybe if getting with light skinned women was as foreign as black men with Arab women, then we can then we can the situation would change. But I don't really think it's a big deal. But I kind of get it. But I really don't see you know like brothers just like turning down pussy because she's dark skinned, or they just don't feel motivated to be with her because she's dark skinned. I feel like brothers will entertain it for a little bit, but then it's like once they just kind of grow out of it and just be like, man, this is just if I can get asked and love, that's all I need. I can fuck the skin complexion, in my opinion. But I was thinking, like, when I was watching some of these videos, I was like, damn, you know, the kind of like the weirdest kind of diss from a light skinned brother to a dark skinned brother is Michael Jackson. Remember the time, and to black people, that's really like the greatest MJ video, music video, greatest music video ever. Because it tied into the early concepts of Hotepism, of this black Egypt, where you see black royalty, and you see you see this black kingdom, and black people were afraid to put themselves in a higher power, other than just seeing themselves as slaves. Black people were kind of iffy on the stuff. They saw these little mummy movies and Cleopatra, and the Bible. Oh, my battery's on low. The Bible, what's it? The Moses movie. No, it's the Moses movie. I don't know these freaking Bible characters. I think Moses. But even with Batman, King Tut, from Batman, you see it's white people. And but okay, let's get to the crust of the argument. The weird thing about the music video is that you have like this guy who looks completely alien from the rest of society. If you think about it, you kind of like let's just say Michael Jackson is just a regular person in the video. It's kind of like strange for that a dark skinned black man, or just you see an Eddie Murphy with a masculine serious role, and you see him kind of despite him looking seriously, he loses it to, this, I wouldn't say like, okay, like this abomination of a man. You see this strange dude with mystical powers, and he looks completely alien. And, it just seems like it's weird. It's like, how does this woman, you know, could like him, like what is like the, like we can get the intrinsic feelings, but it's like when it comes to the physical, like, what could she say? Like, oh, I love his silky hair, or his white skin, or his feminine, voice, or his dance moves. He's witty, the it just kind of dives into that kind of like if you thought hard about it, it would just be weird. Like there's just even though I'm just kind of gaslighting it into like a male perspective, it's just kind of like, when it comes to the physicality, like what is there to like? Like let's play dumb, like, Michael Jackson's character in Remember the Time didn't suffer from self hatred, skin bleaching, and for the, vertigo or whatever. And, the surgery, let's just say, like, this person was just born that way. And, it ends up, if you think like that, you just kind of like wonder, like, dang, this is kind of weird. Like, you're seeing like a black man who looks like the majority of his people lose his woman, or realize that his woman has been, double dick clutching, to a dude who's like a freaking alien. He's not human. He turns from like to like what is like liquid sand. It's like what is he? He doesn't look like me. He doesn't even look like a white man. Like what is the attraction? But that's all I gotta say. It's just like when you kind of think about it, remember the time. It seems like, it's a really a weird video, because, and even with Michael Jackson videos in general, you kind of don't know how to handle the physical attraction of Michael Jackson. You don't know how to handle it, especially like once the nose surgeries got like overdone for the umpteenth time in a row. You know, you know, and it's not to say, it's not to, bring ill will to the brother or anything, but it's just kind of like, it kind of gets into like, how do you love a man with self hate? You know, and his insecurities, are like physical. You see, the skin being patchy, or him looking sickly and skinny, and uh you know it's stuff like that. But that's all I gotta say.